The Holy Land is soaked in blood. Extremes from both sides emboldened. Ripples from each deadly incident, propelling an old conflict. This is the impact of one shooting last month in the occupied West Bank. 2 Palestinian militants have just gunned down 4 Israelis at a gas station near a settlement. The day before, 7 Palestinians had been killed in an Israeli army raid. Amongst the Israeli victims at the gas station, 17-year-old Nakman. His deeply religious family are still processing their loss.
אי אפשר להסביר את זה, ומתפללת שלא יקרה פה, שלא יהיה עוד אדם אחד שזה מה שהוא יעבור את הכאב שאנחנו עוברים בתור הורים, בתור משפחה.
In response to the killings, Israel's right-wing government approved the construction of 1,000 more homes like these at the settlement next to the gas station. Land for blood and blood for land. These huge Israeli enclaves in the West Bank, illegal under international law, make a future Palestinian state virtually impossible. But more homes are being planned and built than at any time in the past decade.
Anyone would feel a lot of sympathy for what your family has gone through, but some people watching might question whether building more here in the West Bank, that's just going to aggravate the conflict here more, and it's going to lead to more tragedies for more families just like yours.
והשם בחר בנו, בחר ביהודים שזה המקום שלהם וזה הארץ שלהם. אנחנו צריכים לחיות בלי בושה ובלי פחד, והבן שלנו הלך כאן בלי פחד. אנחנו לא מפחדים, הוא הלך ברחוב, כל התמונות שלו עם גב זקוף, בלי פחד בעיניים, כל כך צעיר, כל כך אמיתי, כי הוא יודע.
Whatever you think of the merits of their arguments, what helps understand the dynamics of the conflict here is understanding how the two sides see themselves, and that's not as perpetrators of violence, but as targets of it. After the attack on the gas station, an Israeli mob rampaged through Palestinian villages. Settler violence against Palestinians is now increasingly common.
Some have fire and some have smoke.
Because now it looks as if no one even lived in this house.
Yeah, I think we're going to bring...
Mahmoud's family home was one of those targeted. His wife and 8-year-old grandson were trapped inside at the time.
صار الولد يصيح يوم صار الولد يصيح إلا هو قام راح للولد نكف يجرأ وضرب عصا وقفت قدامك قلت للولد لا لا تصبش الولد كله هذا كله لا الولد يصيح عليه قام رجع لي صار ينك فيا في بطني في جرأ وفي العصا عبر أخرى واحد وكل خال طايح دمت الضرب جرح رأسي.
There were other ripples from the gas station killings too.
Internationally, all settlements in the West Bank are considered illegal, but Israel draws a distinction between 2 different types. Bigger ones they've given formal approval for, and smaller outposts that even Israel considers illegal. We're heading into one of them now.
Eviatar was born from blood, named after one murdered settler, founded 2 years ago after the killing of another. But its residents were forced out by a previous Israeli government shortly after it was established. Now, after the gas station killings nearby, the site's yeshiva, or religious school, has reopened. The settlers here see themselves as pioneers. For them, it's not the occupied West Bank, but the biblical Judea and Samaria.
We hope that we can come back with the family and to build.
The pilot and other former residents are hoping allies in Israel's right-wing government will allow them back into their homes.
A lot of Israelis have died around here. Is this land worth it?
זו שאלה מאוד קשה. אנחנו לא רוצים שאף אחד ימות. אבל אחרי שמתים אנשים שאנחנו יודעים שהסיבה שהם מתים זה כי הם לא רוצים שנהיה בבית שלנו, האם אתה היית משלים אם מישהו היה בא אליך הביתה ואומר אני אהרוג אותך כדי שלא תהיה פה? אף מדינה בעולם לא יכולה להשלים עם הדבר הזה.
The Palestinians would say the problem is this isn't your home and that's why people are being killed because you're in someone else's home.
אני לא שמעתי בשום מקום בעולם שמצדיקים רצח של אנשים. כל מציאות שבה אנחנו נגיד להם המקום הוא שלכם בגלל שאתם רוצחים אותנו, הוא דבר שרק מסכן חיים.
Eviatar stares down at the Palestinian town of Beita. Every week there are confrontations between angry Palestinian residents and Israeli soldiers.
هي عبارة عن يعني سرطان يجتمع على صدورنا، تمنعنا من فلاحة أرضنا، من استغلال أراضينا، بالإضافة إلى ذلك هي بتشكل بتفصل المنطقة الشرقية عن المنطقة الجنوبية، الشمالية عن الجنوبية، وبالتالي هي عبارة عن إنها بتعمل المنطقة كانتونات.
9 Palestinians, including 5 children, have been killed here since the protests against the Eviatar outpost began 2 years ago.
كم عمر؟
14 years old.
13 years old.
14.
14.
Fawaz, a father of 3, was shot in the head during an Israeli raid. His family says he was unarmed.
ابني انسحب من قلبي، انسحب من روحي، بس قدر الله. يوم باجي عليه لو نص الليل بتعين في بالي العشاء باجي.
Your family, this community has lost a lot for this land. Is it worth it?
هذول كلهم شهداء. هاي اسمها المقبرة مقبرة الشهداء. فمستعدين نقدم بدل الشهيد 100 ولا انه ازعر جايين مش عارف من اي دولة يجي يحتل ارضي.
Land and blood. This is not a fight between 2 equal sides, but grievance and violence cuts across the communities.